Good afternoon. Welcome to my daily Facebook Live. My name is Barry Selby. I am a relationship attraction expert, best-selling author, speaker, and I help my clients attract amazing relationships. I'm also a passionate champion for the divine feminine, and often I do talks that could be disruptive, provocative, insightful, inspirational, something like that. Today's topic came out of a conversation this morning, because usually my topics are inspired by conversations. And I was talking to a friend this morning who was saying that one of her friends, because my friend is married, not that's relevant to this conversation, but her friend who's single, who's perpetually single, keeps saying that all the good ones are taken. And so I wanted to talk about that, but from a different perspective, which basically is the idea that if you can have anyone you want, why don't you? Are you settling? Which is another angle on this. So I'll talk about that in a different way. Now, before I get started, I am excluding the conversation about... let me rewind a second. Welcome to these messages from the masculine. This is number 143. Yes, I've done 142 before this, and there's more coming. So I do this daily as an inspiration. I can tell you at the end of the broadcast where you can find them. Okay, fast forward, back to the topic. The best way of putting it. I'm excluding, for the sake of argument and context, that you can't just have anybody who's not available. So I should probably have qualified said you can have anybody that you want who is available, rather than saying you can have everybody you want, because you can't steal somebody else's husband if you're a woman, or wife if you're a man, if you're straight, you know what I mean. But what I want to speak to is, if you are aiming lower than you deserve, what's that about? That's one part of the conversation. I'll get to that in a second. And from the other angle, if you believe all the good ones are taken, you're probably going to be right, because you create your reality. So there's two angles on the same thing happening here. One of which is that you're perceiving that you can't have what you want because either one, you don't deserve it, or two, you think it's not available. It's really two sides of the same coin. Let me start off by saying the truth is you do deserve it, and they are available. Now let me explain the gap in between, because there is a gap in between. Because you're carrying this belief, this rule that is ensuring you can't have what you want. And let's just say one thing. I have a program called Attract the Man You Want. It's designed to help you get what you really want. And so I'm very much a firm believer that you can have what you want. I think that makes sense. If you carry a belief that you can't have what you want, you don't deserve what you want, because the way, I'm going to drop this one on you, the law of attraction works, you create your own reality. And as Henry Ford said, whether you say you can or you say you can't, you're probably right. Or actually, not probably, you are right. Which means that if you say you can't have something, you can't have it. If you say there aren't enough, there aren't enough. So your reality will match your perception of what you're saying. I hope some people are going, oh my God, I can change things. Because that's what I'm trying to tell you. You can change things. You can change your reality, your actual opportunity, your possibility, your results are controlled by your thinking. This thing in here, your noggin, and what you say out loud, by the way. So, if you believe that all the good ones are taken, you're never going to find one that's one of the good ones. You can't, because you've said they're all taken. Your rule is that if all the good ones are taken, the only ones that are not taken are not the good ones. It's just by logical implication. So you're missing out. And if you say that you have to settle because you don't deserve the best, then you'll keep meeting people who will be at the level you can match with that is not where you really want to be, but you think you can't have any better. Stop doing that to yourself. Being really clear about this. So first of all, when somebody says all the good ones are taken, or there are no good men around, for example, these are the women I'm talking to. Well, let me put one thing in place. Unless you are a serial dater where you need to see 17 people at once, which I don't think you are, then you only need one. So say all the good ones are taken, that's a very big assumption. Or there are no good men around. Well, if there's almost no good men around, but there's one good one who's available to you, who cares what the rest of them are doing? So watch your language. And I don't mean that as a curse word format. I mean, watch what you say. Watch what you tell yourself, because you're telling yourself lies. And if you do that, I'll come around and smack you. No, I won't do that. I'm going to basically just remind you that you can actually change your languaging. If what you're getting isn't what you want, watch what you're saying. I should say, listen to what you're saying. And watch what you're writing down and what you're thinking, because those things can be changed. And by changing those, you change the results that you create. think you're getting this. So, all the good ones are taken? Not necessarily. So someone says that to you, all the good ones are taken, you can go, not the one I'm looking for example. Or if you say there's no good men around. Well, and again, if you're a man watching this, flip it to the other side for the women you're looking for. If you say that all the good ones are taken, and you say, except the one that's for me. I mean, you can play that way if you want to play it simplistically, or you say, that's not true, there are many that are available. None, not all the good men are taken. Whatever that words for you that sound true to you, use that to change your languaging. Now, on the other side of this, which is the unworthiness thing, which I really get challenged by, because I've been there myself a lot, I really passionately help my clients own their worthiness by being loving to themselves. So if you're feeling that you don't deserve the best, you have a homework assignment. Well, I'll give you another one already, which is basically to watch the language you say and then change your languaging to fit what you really do want, because you deserve it. Yes, so you do deserve it. And if you think you're not worthy of having what you deserve, that's an internal wiring issue. Yes, internal. As in, it's not out there, it's in here. Or I should say, it's not out here, it's in there. That makes sense. So your opportunity, your invitation, your homework, is if you have any sense inside, any feeling of unworthiness, any feeling of not deserving the best, any feeling that you feel like you should settle for something less than you really deserve, your homework, your required homework, is going to be changing that through a simple method. And I've said it before, but when you go, oh, not this again, it's like, no, if you haven't done it, do it and see what happens. 30 days, 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening, looking in the mirror and telling yourself, I love you. Saying it out loud, clearly, so your eyes, look into your own eyes in the mirror, and you see it and you hear it from yourself. And then get it. Allow it in. Say it until you feel it settling in. And then do that for 5 minutes. In the morning, 5 minutes in the evening. Men or women can do this. It's for either gender. What will happen is, it will, after especially, well, before it gets 30 days, but 30 days is the goal to go for because you'll feel the shift, and then you want to embed the shift as a permanent change, you will actually have a visceral paradigm shift of your self-worth. Because self-worth is not about your bank account. Never is. Self-worth, I believe, is largely tied to a lack of self-love. When you fill up yourself with love, and it's not about egotistical, because it's not about your head, it's about your heart. When you feel filled up with your own loving, you feel worthy. And in fact, the great thing is, you may still feel humble, which isn't a bad thing. Because self-love is a powerful agent of healing. It's a paradigm shifter for so many things. So when you remember to love yourself and own that love, you'll change your paradigm. So 2 homework assignments. The first one, again, is if you have a habit of telling yourself lies, yes, all the good ones are taken, that's a lie. Well, let me say this one. I think I'm a good one and I'm single. So there you go. That's already proven it wrong. And there are many other men out there who are single too, who are good guys. Or if all the good ones are taken. Not true. So watch what you say to yourself. Change your programming. If you have an issue with the language and you keep coming back to it, start journaling what you say. And then watch the words and phrases you use that limit what you're saying. You can rewire your programming. You can change what you're saying to yourself by tracking it. And writing it down may be simplistic, but it'll work. So that's one homework assignment. If you want to focus on changing the way you talk to yourself, write it down, change your languaging. Again, these are things I can help you with both of these. That's one assignment. Second assignment, if you have this issue with self-worth around deserving what you want as the best, then self-love is the way to go. And the homework assignment is 30 days, 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening, in the mirror, eye contact with yourself, saying I love you until you feel it. You do that for 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening for 30 days, it will change your life. And when you change your life, it also change your self-worth. So you'll then raise your standards so what you deserve and what you actually attract match. That's your homework assignment. Either one works. I don't mind which other one you do. I will help you with this. If you have any questions or any issues, reach out to me, message me. If you have any comments, put them below. I will respond to after the broadcast. This will be appearing live and in person on Facebook, as you can see, as well as being on my business page afterwards. And it's also going to be on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, which is my name, Barry Selby. And also on my website, which is barryselby.com. You go to video blog, you can watch this one and the previous 142 there. These are my daily Facebook Lives, and I will be back again tomorrow with another topic. I don't know what it's going to be. It is what it's going to be. But today I thought I wanted to talk about this because I had this conversation this morning, as I mentioned. So if you just joined the broadcast, please watch from the beginning, please. I talked about what started this and gave you 2 different thoughts about what is going to be happening, triggering this, and 2 solutions. So go do your homework. That's an order. I'm back in tomorrow. I'll see you again later. You take care of yourselves. And if you have any questions, message me on social media. Or you can go to my website and press on the Let's Chat navigation button, and I'll help you that way too. All right? It's good to see you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.